I have had no end of difficulty trying to get this game to work. That game in question is Echoes of the Abyss, and it's basically a game I received via the curator for, the Steam's Rolly group. Now, I'll note that the thing about this game here is that it's basically not out yet, but they have the developer basically released a demo for the game, and I've tried basically downloading it and trying to play it, but when I do, this pops up. And this is regardless of the fact that basically go to a demo or the full game, it just doesn't work. So the developer basically directed me over to his Ixtio page. So we'll try downloading it from here. And well, we'll see how it basically goes. While that's happening, by the way, so this is the free demo of Echoes of the Abyss wishlist on Steam. And that's there's an extra shouldn't be there. Download the installer for Steam from here. Follow the YouTube gaming channel right there. Below you'll find a description of gameplay mechanics to help at the beginning. So overall features: one-hit gameplay, eat or be eaten. Elemental interplay, poison, frost, fire, electricity, gravitational forces are interacting with each other. Destructible environment, almost everything can be destroyed. Random generation of rooms and layouts from handcrafted presets. Random generation of enemies and traps from handcrafted presets. Permadeath from physical, elemental damage, or from going insane. Zero hand-holding, and help gameplay by trial and error, no tutorial, just a small amount of descriptions and dialogues and hints in the menus. No map, player has to memorize the path taken, but it's not that hard. How to play the game. The main gameplay loop. Fighting for survival and resources while progressing towards the boss. Player has to eat or destroy other enemies with abilities to become bigger and stronger, but gets slower while it grows. Enemies do the same. They eat each other or the player, level up, and grow bigger. Enemies are living their lives and are chasing each other as much as the player. However, corrupt enemies are going exclusively after the player. Everything around you may be destroyed except main layout walls. The faster and bigger player is, the easier it is to destroy the objects. Also, frost abilities make objects brittle and easier to destroy. When player dies, the small part of its humanity leaves the body to inhabit a new one to begin the cycle anew. Player abilities. The player has three types of basic abilities: dash, make sharp burst, shield that protects the player from physical attacks, and shockwave. At first, it can only push enemies away. All abilities go on cooldown after use and may be upgraded. All three abilities may be weaponized with frost, poison, fire, electricity, and gravitational powers. So elemental forces in ecosystem. Push force pushes enemies and some objects away and pull force pulls them in. So push away, pull pulls them in. Electricity stuns enemies, making them immobile for a short period of time. Frost slows down enemies and makes objects easy to destroy. It also neutralizes poisonous substances. If a creature is frozen, it becomes immune to poison attacks and fire attacks. If the enemy is frozen, fire attack will frost them, while not harming them at all. If the enemy has high cold resistance, it won't slow down as much as the enemies on frost attack. Poison intoxicates enemies, building up until prey becomes poisonous to other enemies, starting a toxicity plague. If the enemy is poisonous, it may take more fire damage. Poisonous substances are explosive when coming in contact with fire. If the prey is toxic, the hunter who eats the prey receives toxicity from it, so the player is toxic rather than losing a life to intoxication. Player may let himself be eaten by a bigger enemy to poison it. If the enemy has a high poison resistance, the higher is the threshold of it becoming poisonous to all surrounding enemies and to eventually die from intoxication. So with poison, you might be a lot of people that basically eat you to kill them. Interesting. Heat, energy, fire burns enemies. Fire explodes toxic substances and more efficient on intoxicated enemies. Frost and fire evaporate each other. Fire amplifies electricity through high temperatures. If the enemy has high fire resistance, it will take a few attacks to burn it. So how to upgrade and do use abilities. During playthrough, the player finds DNA ruins and creates in chests. Those ruins are various abilities players may use. White ruins serve as upgrades for players' physical stats, such as maximum lives, resistances, speed, or they may be used to enhance players' basic abilities, a shield, dash, and shockwave equivalent duration. Our all found ruins are not charged, so player has to energize them in order to use. In the safe zone, there's a shop and a machine that lets the player upgrade abilities. Player has to put its experience points to energize the ruin, thus becoming smaller and weaker. But when you put the ability in one of the slots, shield, dash, or shockwave, the player corresponding ability gains these elemental properties. You can do all kinds of synergies with elemental powers, but be careful, the elementals interact with each other. Madness. The world at the edge of the abyss is full of danger, not only on the physical level, but the mental one as well. Madness monsters hunt player trying to take away what's left of its humanity. If the sanity meter falls below 50%, the world starts to change, increasing risk on player going even more mad. Lanterns, as beacons of light and hope, appear to help player repel those monsters and to release stress. However, they disappear when the world returns to normal. If the madness level reaches its peak, a Grim Reaper ascends from the abyss and follows the player to take away his body and restart the cycle. So, I gain vibes of that game. The one where you're basically surviving with your beard and stuff like that. And your sanity basically will make the world basically become corrupt and stuff like that. Give me a moment, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Alright, never mind, I just know what it is right now. Don't starve. So yes, don't starve. Basically in this game, the more your sanity basically goes down, the more sinister everything becomes around you. But whatever. This was made by an Echoes of the Abyss. There's your stuff basically for it. Well, let's see how this basically goes then. Did I not download it? I wouldn't be surprised if it failed. Yeah, it failed. It's this part of the course. So be right back. Let's download this properly. Okay, it's slowly as complete as download right here. Let's see if it works. And of course, Windows Defender, defending me. Good old AVG. This is taking a little bit longer than usual. And this might just be nothing major, but whatever. Might be something to look into though. If virus scans basically you're getting caught up on your game. But it needs a closer look. So we're gonna open anyway. Open anyway. Alright, well, I actually managed to get this going, I guess. Okay, good. Well, it was good, and it wasn't good. So yeah, that's probably something else for developers to look into, but whatever. Alright, there we go. So, we're just gonna open this in downloads, just to keep it simple. I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? Interesting. So I guess this won't actually allow you to put it in downloads. Usually I just open these up in downloads and just play from there, but this actually requires you to actually have a place for it. So okay, well, whatever. Let's just go here. Games. That's where I'm gonna put. I have to say, it's taking a lot longer than I expected to, but you know, whatever. As I said, just basically a lot of issues just trying to get this game going, but whatever. Okay, finish. And like everything else, AVG says hello. So greetings from Arcade Games. Can I move this around? Welcome to the demo of Echoes of the Abyss, my first ever game made solo. Okay. Exception. Got it. My first ever game made solo with no prior game development, programming, or design experience. My name is Ramil, and I sincerely hope this demo brings you much joy, as well as chaotic and challenging experience. As the game is still in development, you will surely encounter performance issues, bugs, and work-in-progress elements during your playthrough. If you have any reports or suggestions, please contact me through the dedicated Discord server. I really hope to see you there. Please wishlist the game on Steam, and I sincerely hope you have fun. So you can join us Discord, before a bug, wishlist, whatever. Different languages and stuff. I was gonna make sure this actually works, but you know, whatever. I assume it basically works. So, yeah, basically, like, you know, jump into Echoes of the Abyss if you want through this. It works. It's fine. Return. Alright, so. Options. Turn on sounds. Sound effects. That's fine. Keyboard. While to move around, space to dash. You can use your right mouse button to shield. Shockwave with left mouse button. Escape to escape. E for action is E. All pretty good. All pretty standard. Gamepad if you want. Language. Return. Play. Alright, we have a playground.
I almost can't remember the time when I still had my voice, my body, my family. What happened to our world? Mom, where are you? Please, somebody, help me come back.
Alright, so there's a story. And there we are. Honestly, I don't really need a story or anything like that, so whatever. Alright, so the idea here is I have to look around for like enemies to basically eat, I guess, so. Greetings, little one. I see you, and I know what you are looking for. You wonder how you were stripped of your humanity. I know how to get back everything that once made you human. But I need you to find a way to open portals to the Abyss. Bring me one Echo of the Abyss, and I will aid you in your quest. I'm not sure who I was talking to there, but whatever. I guess we're talking to this like head right here. I thought we were talking to like one of the Black Shadows, but whatever. Okay, I guess we go that way. Now I guess at the top, like, you know, left there, that's our HP, so we have 5 HP maybe. And those are like our modifiers, so like our different abilities. I press escape, we go back here to our, like, you know, our options, so you can see our stats. So yeah, there's lives. Those are lives. Okay, so you have like multiple lives. Our speed is 11, so I'll basically go down if you eat stuff. There's our experience, player size, insanity, toxicity, frostbite, shockwave duration, dash power, shield duration. Okay, so gotcha. Basically, like, you know, the frostbite and, like, you know, toxicity, like how frozen we are, how, like, you know, poison we are, how insane we are. I can eat this stuff, I guess, so why not? Oh, a little bit bigger. Alright, so as we get bigger, so like, you know, I had to eat like 3 of those, you used to get player size 1. Our speed didn't go down apparently, so it's not right away. And now we're player size 2, but our speed is still the same, so whatever. So how do I basically get through, like, you know, this stuff here? Do I have to go up here, maybe? Instead of stuff is destructible. Is there a shop back here maybe I can go to? He just says the same thing over and over again. Just randomly trying stuff here at this point. But, you know, this seems to be like, you know, ordinary room. Okay, you can dash through it. You notice that these guys basically are running away from me, so now we're going to see some player AI. Now the bigger ones are running away from me, so that's a thing. My speed's still 11, by the way, even though we're player 5, 3, or 4. There's sharks in the water, apparently. Somewhere. Now I got bluefish over here. They're running away from me, so I think they're spawning me. Alright, we're now player 4-4. What happens if I basically get all the experience now? I'll note the boost isn't very big at this point. And, you know, shockwave just really pushes them away, so not that useful to me. Probably just running into stuff now destroys it, so. Oh! Okay, I thought for a moment it was too big to go through there. Eat those for the hell of it, maybe? Yeah, big fish will... Okay, it's taking unnecessary damage there, but whatever. Evolve and upgrade. Okay. So, please put upgradable material in the center slot. So, extinguish DNA, rune tuck, an old and rare technology developed by Ecotech to make changes to DNA of living creatures. Not charged, put the rune in a transmission slot, charge it so it may be used in the upgrade. Please remove the upgrade from the upgrade machine slot. Okay, so DNA reading track. An old and rare technology developed by Ecotech to make changes to DNA or living creatures. Let's take away my like, you know, stuff there in order to upgrade it. Here's items. There's that. So, I can make myself bigger. Now my max level is 6. And upgrade abilities as well, so kind of like dash or shockwave or whatever. Push force, so pushes enemies on activation. Place ruins to the slot against special abilities, so basically like our abilities here. So this is heal me, why not? Hello little one, welcome to my humble shop. I can see you're looking for the Echo of the Abyss. Don't be surprised, I saw too many of those who try to do the same thing. Again and again they try to beat the odds, losing their sanity and humanity little by little until it was all gone. Now they are no more than simple creatures chained to the reservoirs by the Abyss. To vanquish them, you need to become more powerful. Here you can purchase DNA ruins. They were created long ago by Ecotech Industries to make changes to DNA of living creatures and give them all sorts of powers. Today, Ecotech Industries is built by a half-forgotten name, but the ruin technology can be found all over the ocean. You can use to survive, but you can now transfer your sanctuary into them, charge them using transmission mechanic. If you find my old dragon friends along the way, say hello to them, I haven't seen them in a while. And she went to sleep, I guess. What's this all stuff over here? So I just bought that. Is that like an upgrade thing for... You have to charge this up, so okay. Alright, now I can use it maybe? Push force. Push enemies away on activation. So I already got this, but whatever. Maybe it's like, you know, push away even more. Oh, those guys got very big real fast. Yeah, I'll just chase you if they get the chance. And I died. So I died. The enemies got too big and I, you know, couldn't fight them. So I revive and come back. So this guy's the same thing new. So obviously it's a very, you know, speed-oriented game. You don't obviously, you know, beat your stuff before you get too big, these guys. You know, it would be nice probably if you could actually see, like, you know, a little bit of a difference if, like, you know, the enemies are basically smaller or bigger than you. Like, right now, I can't really tell, like, you know, is this fish, like, bigger than me? It's yellow, so I guess it is, but, you know. It could be a little bit more broad because what, like, these enemies, what is an enemy? With, like, colors and such. Let's get these. Beat these guys up. Now, note by the way, I'm seeing a whole lot of, like, you know, the same levels. Hopefully this is not the case for the full game, but, you know. Honestly, it's something that, like, you don't want to see in a relic, is the same levels. There's some keys and such. But yeah, it's something I'd probably change to be like, you know, maybe like enemies that are like, you know, bigger than you have like a different color, while like enemies that are smaller you don't. Well, at least we have something different this time around. Yeah, the enemy's got too big there for me to really deal with him, so I died. You know, it might be nice if you actually had a little bit more of, like, you know, an ecosystem where, like, you know, new, like, small enemies so come every so often, like, you know, there's big enemies, but, you know, you don't, like, overwhelm and get bigger, you know, bigger. It seems like more of a speed game there than anything else. With that, like, set right there. But with this one here, at least they can't get to me right away, so I guess eat my fill and not have to worry about anything for a little bit. I wonder like the shark is like the boss of what we'll be going for eventually. Those red ones are probably like enemies right away, so you know, stay away from them. So yeah, basically like the red enemies are basically the enemies, but I think I like something a little bit more to like substantially like, you know, differentiate like, you know, the enemies. So you see like who's like the same size as you, who's like, you know, bigger. I might be like really, you know, suck at these controls, but I find it very clunky to sort of like gobble up stuff. I mean, my boost can't be used anymore at this point. Really. Make sure I get everything. Alright, how bad is this gonna be? I'm not really sure why I have a spiky thing there, by the way. Daisy Nightmare, guys. They go off my sanity. I have to say that those, like, you know, traps are kind of annoying, to say the least, but whatever. Well, I got plenty of these this time around, so... You know, more like, you know, can basically, like, you know, only get so much, like, experience, and I was basically wasting my time here a little bit, but whatever. Now what happens if I go, like, too much here? Did I actually go down to, like, a size if you, like, you know, get too much? Alright. Max lives, speed, max size, sanity. Try getting a little bit bigger at this point. try getting a little bit more power. So you can't take these out once you base them in, by the way, that's worth noting. You might have for free, so okay. Why not? We'll get this too. I know by the way it's like too far over, you can't read it, so you may want to have it so like if it's basically over this far, it basically pushes the dialogue button over. So, an over technology developed by Echo Tech to make the charge. It's probably not smart, but making it like some freeze breath here, so let's just test it out. Now it's so small I can't do anything, so that's interesting, but whatever. That leveled me up, that's nice. So you press E to get stuff done, okay. Ow. I got a little bit bigger, I guess, so freeze breath. So shockwave does this. Freeze and slow down enemies. There we go. Yeah, it's really annoying having like the trap right outside the shop like that, because it makes it hard to sort of like, spawn without taking damage. There might be an interesting idea here, by the way, but I'm finding it really difficult to sort of even progress here, so possibly needs to be a little bit easier to get into. So I think this is a throw out to a developer. I think your biggest problem this game is going to have is the fact that, like, I don't think a lot of people are going to be willing to sort of like try and air their way around to sort of figure the game out. And that's probably like a big issue for, like, getting people to sort of, play your game. Anyway, so you do a fairly good job dodging me here, which is kind of annoying. There we go. I should probably stop eating because I can't get any bigger, right? So we'll come back. Yeah, the traps are annoying to sort of have, just to throw out there. Opening an orb, so we can't get bigger yet. Until you eye this. Oh, we can put this in here. There we go. Upgrade abilities. And we'll get bigger now. They're also here, so that's perfect. Not really getting gold for these, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. There's a key. Yeah, it's really annoying if you get stuck behind something like that, so... Not really enough waste space to fight back against like really strong enemies like that. Alright, well that's basically Echoes of the Abyss. Developer sent it to me, asked me to check it out. I guess you have to press Alt F4 or something to get out, or whatever. Not really a whole lot basically to say about that game. I mean, it feels like, you know, it needs to be made a little bit easier in the beginning so people can basically like get like, you know, a grasp around like what they're basically doing. Might be a little bit too fast paced for me as well because I'm just not capable of like keeping up for it. Whatever. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video and take care.